Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi there, name is Muhammad Bayu Eri Permana. I'm a student from English Department of the University of Sultan Ageng Tirtayasa. Here I am going to do a historical narrative about the Palestinian and Israeli conflict. Palestinian and Israeli conflict have triggered a wave of humanitarian solidarity in various countries, including Indonesia. Actions to support Palestine are still taking place, even though a ceasefire agreement has been reached on May 21st, 2021. The strong bond that exists between Indonesians and Palestinians is no longer a secret. They have always supported one another. But do Indonesians really know what is going on over there? Let's do a short walk from the beginning of the story. Here is the timeline for you.
In 1948, a regional conflict grows amid the end of the British mandate for Palestine and Israel's declaration of independence in May 1948. A coalition of Arab states allied with Palestinian factions battled Israeli forces. In the end, Israel controls a large portion of territory. Hundreds of thousands of Palestinians flee or driven from their land. In 1956, Egyptian President Gamal Abdel Nasser nationalized the Suez Canal, a vital trade route connecting the Red Sea and Mediterranean. Israel invades Egypt, followed by forces from Britain and France. A peace deal backed by the United States and Soviet Union ends the fighting. But the canal was blocked by sunken ships and did not reopen until 1957. In 1967, the Six-Day War begins with Israeli warplanes striking Egyptian airfields and Israeli ground forces entering the Sinai Peninsula. The war broke out amid lingering conflicts, including Egypt's continued block of shipping into the Gulf of Aqaba. Jordan joins the fighting alongside Egypt, but Israeli forces have the upper hand after nearly wiping out Egypt's air power. Israel takes control of the Gaza Strip, Sinai, the West Bank, the Golan Heights, and predominantly Arab East Jerusalem. Hundreds of thousands of Palestinians flee or displaced. In 1973, a coalition of Arab nations led by Egypt and Syria launched a surprise attack on Israel. The Arab forces initially gained ground, but were driven back by an Israeli counter-offensive aided by supplies from allies including the United States. In 1978, a peace deal between Egyptian President Anwar Sadat and Israeli Prime Minister Menachem Begin, known as the Camp David Accords, is brokered on September 17 in 1978 by the United States President Jimmy Carter. Potential Palestinian peace proposals were discussed but never carried out. In 1987, a Palestinian uprising or intifada brings clashes and protests in the West Bank, Gaza, and Israel. Unrest continues for years, with many killed or injured on both sides. In 1993, the first of two pacts, known as the Oslo Accords, are signed between Israel and the Palestine Liberation Organization, setting out a peace process based on previous United Nations resolutions. A follow-up accord was signed in 1995. The agreements created the Palestinian Authority to oversee most administrative affairs in the West Bank and Gaza. The PLO is recognized by Israel and the United States as a negotiating partner. Left unresolved, however, are key issues such as Israeli settlements in the West Bank and the status of Jerusalem, which is viewed by the Palestinians as the capital of any future state. In 2000, the Second Intifada, or Palestinian Uprising, begins after riots broke out following a visit by right-wing Israeli political figure Ariel Sharon, and later Prime Minister, to a compound in Jerusalem venerated in Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Clashes and other violence continue until 2005, leaving hundreds dead on both sides. In 2006, the Palestinian militant group Hamas wins elections in Gaza, leading to political strains with the more moderate Fatah party controlling the West Bank. In 2008, Israel begins 3 weeks of attacks on Gaza after rocket barrages into Israel by Palestinian militants who are supplied by tunnels from Egypt. More than 1,110 Palestinians and at least 13 Israelis are killed. In 2012, Israel kills Hamas military chief Ahmed Jabari, touching off more than a week of rocket fire from Gaza and Israeli airstrikes. At least 150 Palestinians and 6 Israelis are killed. In 2014, Hamas militants killed 3 Israeli teenagers kidnapped near a Jewish settlement in the West Bank, prompting an Israeli military response. Hamas answers with rocket attacks from Gaza. A 7-week conflict leaves more than 2,200 Palestinians dead in Gaza. In Israel, 67 soldiers and 6 civilians are killed. In 2017, the President of the United States, Donald Trump, recognized Jerusalem as the capital of Israel and announced that it plans to shift the United States Embassy from Tel Aviv, stirring outrage from Palestinians. In 2018, protests take place in Gaza along the fence with Israel, including demonstrators hurling rocks and gasoline bombs across the barrier. Israeli troops killed more than 170 protesters over several months. In November, Israel staged a covert raid into Gaza. At least 7 suspected Palestinian militants and a senior Israeli army officer are killed. From Gaza, hundreds of rockets are fired into Israel. In 2021, after weeks of tension in Jerusalem led to Israeli police raiding Al-Aqsa Mosque, one of the holiest sites in Islam, Hamas fired rockets toward the city for the first time in years, prompting Israel to retaliate with airstrikes. The fighting the fiercest since at least 2014, saw thousands of rockets fired from Gaza and hundreds of airstrikes on the Palestinian territory, with more than 200 killed in Gaza and at least 10 killed in Israel.
The Palestinian and Israeli conflict is perhaps one of the more sensitive issues that is discussed. The recent surge of violence and attacks between Israeli and Palestinian has brought new attention to an old problem. The roots of the conflict and mistrust are deep and complex, often predating the establishment of the State of Israel in 1948. The past 7 decades have witnessed war, uprisings, and at times glimmers of hope for compromise. My hope is that this occupation will come to an end and that Palestinians can live normal life. I hope that this Holy Land can serve all 3 religions and be a global example of how 3 different faiths can live together in peace. Thanks for watching. I'm Muhammad Bayran Permana. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
We will not go down in the night without a fight. You can burn up our mosques and our homes and our schools, but our spirit will never die. We will not go down in the night without a fight. We will not go down in Gaza tonight.